My name is Matthew Fries, and this is our persuasive speech written by Amber, Alan, Stephanie, and myself. The purpose of this speech is to persuade you to find a hobby that interests you. We are all college students who experience stress on a daily basis, and we have found that having a hobby that we enjoy and interests us helps us manage the stress. And like us, you, the audience, are college students, and we hope to persuade you that having a hobby is in your best interests. So today, I'm going to tell you about the importance of having a hobby. First, I'll tell you about how hobbies increase your happiness. Then Alan will tell you how hobbies help you form social connections. Stephanie will then tell you how hobbies improve your health. And finally, Amber will address concerns and counter arguments that you may have, and then conclude the speech. So, hobbies make you happier. According to studies by the Center for the Advancement of Health, hobbies release endorphins, which are chemicals that are released by the pineal gland in your brain, and they produce a feeling of euphoria. And this feeling reduces your stress, so the more you participate in your hobby that interests you, you will have less stress. So now that I talked to you about how they make you happy, Alan will tell you about how hobbies help you form social connections. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Alan Levine, and today I'm going to talk to you about how hobbies help form social connections. So the first thing we'll be talking about is the importance of social connections. And I'll be talking about a little bit of some findings from Stephen Cole, PhD, who does research work for UC Los Angeles. So Stephen Cole says that social connections affect your immune system. And basically what he means by that is people that aren't very socially involved or don't have a lot of social contact actually have an upregulation in inflammatory genes and a downregulation in immune response genes. So basically that means you have a weaker immune system if you're not very socially involved. Another good point is it's evolutionary beneficial, which also kind of goes along with the immune response thing. But you also tend to live longer if you have social connections. So my next point is hobbies that help form social connections. And my first point would be team sports. For me, I played varsity tennis in high school and met some of my best friends that way, and still talk with them now. So it's a great way to be social. Whatever your forte is, tennis, basketball, soccer, chess. Another good one is volunteer work, and for this one you not only get to meet really good people, but you also get to benefit your city or wherever you're volunteering for. Another good way to meet people is church going. Church going is a really good hobby. I've met some really nice people through church, and definitely still hang out with them today. So another good one as well is gaming, and I've met lots of my good friends through gaming as well. So not only online gaming, but gaming in the community here is also a good way to actually involve people, so you're not just sitting screen to screen, so you can actually involve yourself that way. Another good one is TAMU-CC extracurricular activities, such as I'm in the Student Finance Association, so that's a good way to make connections for work and also have fun. It's a good hobby. I enjoy it. Next, Stephanie is going to talk to you about how hobbies are going to keep you healthy.
Hobbies are widely known to reduce stress-induced symptoms that negatively affect your health. Before we can learn how hobbies improve our health, let us learn how stress negatively affects our health. According to Women's Health, a branch of the United States Department of Health and Human Services, stress can happen for many reasons and be brought about by traumatic accident, death, or other emergency situations. Stress can also be a side effect of serious illness or disease. It is important to note that stress is often associated with daily life in the workplace, family responsibilities, and even school settings. Some symptoms of stress may include headache, sleep disorders, difficulty concentrating, upset stomach, low morale, anxiety, and even depression. In fact, a 3-decade-long program at Ohio State found that chronic stress can reduce lives as much as 4 to 8 years. Now that we know more about how stress negatively affects our health, hobbies are widely regarded as a great way to reduce stress and help you live longer. Diana Berman, an Atlanta therapist of more than 20 years, stated that a hobby is helpful because it gives another outlet to feel good, relaxed, and confident. She even goes on to say that stress often comes from feeling out of control. A medically peer-reviewed article by Melanie Wunderlich states that knitting, drawing, and even socializing are healthy distractions that provide relief from stress. She continues to advise that choosing a hobby that you feel successful at can boost your self-esteem and sense of well-being. Finding pleasure in this type of activity seems to offer a sense of control, and improving a skill set or ability also contributes to self-esteem. Now that you have learned how hobbies make you happy, help you form social connections, and improve your health, Amber will address some concerns or counter-arguments you may have.
As we've progressed, you may have had some concerns or counter-arguments. At this point, I'd like to address those. The 3 most common counter-arguments are, I don't have time for a hobby. Hobbies are too expensive. And finally, I'm not stressed. Why do I need a hobby? If you feel that you don't have time for hobbies, consider this. Hobbies provide an escape. Sometimes, the most overwhelming thing about a project or assignment is the amount of time that you've spent on the project thus far. Hobbies allow you to step away, take a deep breath, and return with a fresh attitude. Hobbies make you more productive. According to stress researcher Marwan Kanfar, hobbies can actually increase your productivity because they require you to learn time management skills. These are skills that you can use in other areas of your life to be more productive. Hobbies lengthen your lifespan. As Stephanie told you, stress reduces your lifespan, and hobbies reduce stress, so the time you spend on a hobby now pays off in the long run. If you feel that hobbies are too expensive, you should know that there are many inexpensive and even free hobbies you may not have even considered. Here are a few of my favorites, and in our outline, you can also find a link to a website with an extensive list of these: fishing, camping, biking, and sports. You might think, I'm not stressed. Why do I need a hobby? According to Dr. Selleck, a physician and consultant for About.com, if you have zero stress, your brain is actually being understimulated. This seems counterintuitive. It seems like it would be a good thing to not have stress. But in fact, you need what's called eustress, stress that is beneficial to your health. Hobbies allow for the stimulation you need without the anxiety that comes with negative stress. So, what have you learned? Why should you find a hobby? Matt told you that hobbies make you happy. Alan told you hobbies help you form social connections. Stephanie told you hobbies improve your health. And finally, I address counter-arguments and concerns that you may have had. All of us at some point have felt overwhelmed, depressed, and this is inevitably hurting your health. End this vicious cycle and effectively increase your quality of life. Get out there and find a hobby.